Welcome to the Cocktail Spirit from Small Screen Network. I'm your host, Robert Hess. You know, we're really fortunate these days of having all these products coming on the market that haven't been around for quite a while. One of those products is something called, well, if I'm got the right one here, celery bitters. Now, celery bitters is not something you'll find in a lot of cocktail recipes, but if you look in enough of the old books from pre-Prohibition days, you'll see celery bitters occasionally listed. There's, maybe 10, 12 drinks that called for celery bitters. So it's been kind of interesting that finally we come up with this product, even though no one really knew exactly what the recipe was for celery bitters. Now we have it. One of the drinks I came across with the celery bitters was I found this little pamphlet, I think I bought it on eBay or something like that, and it was called 282 Drinks from a Bartender of the Olden Days. In the front of the booklet, it kind of said, we found this notebook of recipes buried in this wall of this house we bought, and we decided to publish it. Apparently, this bartender worked back in 1889, and this drink, the Fourth Regiment, comes from that book. And that was the first occurrence of that recipe I've seen. And in fact, it does use 3 bitters in it. Let's take a look. We're going to start off with an ounce of rye whiskey. Followed by an ounce of sweet vermouth. So currently we have something that could be similar to a Manhattan. But instead of adding aromatic bitters, which would be like Angostura bitters or aromatic bitters that a number of other companies are coming out with now, we're going to add 3 other bitters other than aromatic. One of those is going to be Creole bitters that Bitter Truth makes. It's similar to Peychaud's bitters. And then we're going to add orange bitters, which a number of companies are coming out with now. And orange bitters, rather than being a patent bitters like Angostura or Peychaud's, orange bitters is something a lot of different companies came out with back in the day. And now again, we have several companies coming out with orange bitters. I'm just using the Bitter Truth here. And then we have celery bitters. So this is a very unique bitters. Has a green, deep, rich kind of herbal flavor to it, rather than the spicy flavor that you're going to have in aromatic bitters. Add our ice and stir. Now it's kind of understandable that you're not going to take and run across this recipe or many other recipes that call for celery bitters in modern cocktail books, because since celery bitters hasn't existed for, almost probably 80 years, there hasn't been a lot of call for it, and you wouldn't want to put it in a recipe book without it. But now that celery bitters are available, maybe we'll see more of the old recipes starting to come up, as well as new recipes come around. Oh, that's delightful. I mean, if you like a Manhattan, you'll love this drink. It's different than a Manhattan because it's using different bitters, and it really adds a different flavor component. You really kind of taste that dried celery. It's not like the fresh vegetable celery, but imagine if you took celery and turned it into celery jerky. That's kind of the flavor that's coming in right in the background of it. And that plus the sweet vermouth and the rye whiskey make an excellent cocktail, I think. And there we have the Fourth Regiment Cocktail.